The Oculus Rift S is probably the last headset you would consider buying in 2023, and today I'm going to tell you why the Oculus Rift S still holds up even now. Assuming you're in the market for one of these headsets, you've either been comparing prices or specs of other headsets to this one. The Quest has been the go-to for a large number of people, but the Rift S might actually be a better option for some PC VR gamers. Mine was pretty dirty and crusty, so I gave it a quick clean and wipe down before using it, something you should consider doing if you get your second hand or even if yours is dirty like mine. You don't have many super out-the-park options if you want PC VR gaming. Now, unlike the Quest, you cannot use this headset without a PC, but as long as you have a compatible VR PC, this headset is wonders. You don't need a full rundown, but pretty much you get an 80Hz 2K panel and an aux port for headphones and a speaker on the headset. The Rift S touch controllers track great, but you'll need batteries as they don't recharge. The Oculus Rift S uses cameras for whole room tracking. This works very well, and I do prefer headset tracking as the added wires that come with the cameras don't seem like a worthwhile trade-off. Most companies are now looking to add some sort of pass-through to their headsets now anyways, and the Rift S does this well. However, the pass-through is not the main feature, and the cameras are slightly delayed and completely black and white. It's not so bad that you can't use it to do some basic stuff around your room, but it's not good enough to use long-term in any degree. The Rift S has a refresh rate of 80Hz, which is still considered to be high enough for a smooth VR experience. However, the screen resolution is lower than some other headsets on the market. This can be noticeable in some cases where you can actually see the pixels. This is not ideal at such close distance, but it's not a deal breaker for most people. Overall, the Oculus Rift S is a great headset. It has a wide library of games available, and it is compatible with both Steam VR and Oculus Rift VR. However, it's important to keep in mind that Oculus has stopped supporting the headset and has discontinued production. This means there's no guarantee that the headset will continue to work with future software updates. If you're looking for a new VR headset, I would recommend considering other options, such as the Valve Index or HTC Vive Pro 2. These headsets offer higher screen resolutions and refresh rates as well as more advanced tracking capabilities. However, they are also more expensive than the Rift S. Ultimately, the best VR headset for you depends on your individual needs and budget. If you're looking for a great headset that is still relatively affordable, the Oculus Rift S is a great option. However, if you're willing to spend more money, you can get a headset with better features and more performance. I think the Apple Vision Pro will be super cool. I also don't think you'll be able to play PC games on it. And if you can, it'll likely be a number of super limited games that come out in like 2025. So genuinely looking at the market, we won't see any real competition to the Rift S for quite some time. From HP is a headset that allows you to play Oculus games, however not natively, and why work around when you can work together. The best VR headset is not this ancient discontinued thing from a now sold out company. Rather, this is the best we have right now for the sub $300 range. I think Meta should look at PC VR gaming and make a Rift Pro, but I don't think market's focused on VR right now. The Rift S has been a great headset for the last few years, and I've had a lot of fun playing Payday 2 VR. It's a good option for people who don't want to spend a lot of money on a headset that will likely be replaced in just a few years. Most VR companies are likely going to release new headsets in the following years, so the Rift is a good way to get started with VR without breaking the bank. The Quest Pro has also been discounted, so it's not a good value at its current price unless you're specifically interested in the Quest Pro's wireless capabilities. The Rift S is a better option. VR gaming in 2023 is still in its early stages. There are a lot of great games available, but the technology still has a long way to go before it becomes truly mainstream. One of the biggest challenges facing VR is the price of headsets. They're still way too expensive for many people to justify buying them. Another challenge is their lack of killer apps. There are a lot of great VR games, but there's no one game that has taken the world by storm. This is partly due to the fact that VR is still a relatively new technology and developers are still experimenting with what works best. I think the Apple Vision Pro could be a major player in the VR gaming market, if Apple allows you to game on the Vision Pro. It could be a very compelling option for VR gaming. However, it's too early to say for sure whether or not they'll allow it. Overall, I think the Rift S is a great option for people who are interested in just getting started with VR gaming. It's not the best headset on the market, but it's a great value for the price. I wouldn't pay more than $200 for a new one or almost new Rift. However, you should really look to pay less, somewhere in the sub $100 range, especially with the new year being so close. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this quick little look back at the Oculus Rift, and if you guys enjoyed, then you can leave a like, and if you didn't, then you can dislike, and tell me why you didn't like it in the comments. Thank you.